Have you ever wondered why some people seem to make money effortlessly even while they sleep, while others work non-stop and barely get by? If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck and feel like you're stuck in a financial loop with no way out, this message is for you. Most people were never taught the real rules of the money game. They hustle hard, chase quick wins, and follow outdated advice passed down from equally lost generations. But here's the shocking truth: the rich play a completely different game, one that starts with mindset, builds with strategy, and grows with discipline. And today, you're about to learn how to step into that game yourself. Have you ever wondered how the rich seem to effortlessly make money 24/7, even while they sleep? You might think it's some kind of secret or magical formula, but the truth is far simpler and more powerful. The way the wealthy generate passive income isn't a mystery. It's about mindset, strategy, and knowledge. It's about understanding the difference between assets and liabilities, and most importantly, knowing how to work smarter, not harder. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how the rich leverage their mindset and their money to create a cycle of wealth that's practically automatic. If you're ready to break free from the typical grind and unlock the potential for financial freedom, stick around, because this is the kind of information that could change everything for you. If you really want to start transforming your financial life, the key is to keep it simple. No need to complicate things. I've left a link in the first pinned comment below. Click there and find out how to take your first step. Believe me, you'll be rewarded with everything you need to achieve success. Many people believe that having more money automatically means they are on the right track to wealth. But the truth is that what really matters is how you manage your money. The key to this lies in understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets are anything that puts money in your pocket, while liabilities are anything that takes money out of your pocket. For example, if you buy a property that generates income through rent, that's an asset. On the other hand, a house you live in with maintenance costs, taxes, and mortgage payments is a liability. Understanding this distinction can make all the difference between staying in the middle-class cycle or taking the first step toward financial freedom. For most people, the line between assets and liabilities is blurry. What seems like a financial advantage, like a brand new car or a big house, is often a liability disguised as an asset. When you buy something that doesn't generate income, you end up sinking further into debt. The wealthy, however, focus on building a portfolio of assets, such as investments, stocks, and businesses that bring in passive income. And that's where the true journey to financial independence begins, learning to invest in things that make you money automatically, without having to work harder for it. Now, if you're thinking, "But I don't have money to start investing," don't worry. The good news is, you don't need huge sums of money to start creating assets. The secret is to start with what you have, no matter how small, and adopt a long-term mindset. What's most important is to invest in yourself, gain new knowledge, and develop a rich mindset that will allow you to make smarter choices with the little you have today. The path to wealth is a journey of learning and discipline. When it comes to wealth building, many people focus entirely on earning more money. They think that if they just had a higher salary or won the lottery, their financial problems would vanish. However, what they often overlook is that mindset plays a far more significant role than the amount of money you make. In fact, you can earn millions, but if your mindset is not aligned with wealth-building principles, you will likely find yourself broke again. It's not about how much you earn, but how you think about money and manage it. A rich mindset means viewing money as a tool for growth, not something that just comes and goes. Wealthy individuals think long-term. They invest in assets that appreciate over time and focus on self-education, rather than spending on fleeting pleasures. For example, someone with the right mindset would rather buy books, attend seminars, or invest in a business that generates passive income, rather than indulging in luxury items that only deplete their savings. In contrast, someone with a scarcity mindset will waste their earnings on liabilities, constantly worried about losing money. The shift in mindset is often subtle but life-changing. It's about taking control of your finances, making deliberate decisions that align with your long-term goals, and focusing on financial independence. Even if you start with nothing, your mindset can guide you towards opportunities that others may miss. By thinking like the wealthy, you start to act like them. And this mindset shift is the key to breaking free from the cycle of working just to survive. For many people in the middle class, life seems to follow a repetitive pattern. They work hard, earn a steady income, but as soon as the paycheck comes in, it disappears into bills and daily expenses. The cycle feels endless: work to pay bills, and bills to survive. It's a frustrating loop where it seems like no matter how much effort is put in, there's no real progress. The dream of financial freedom seems so distant, and the idea of having money work for you feels almost unattainable. This cycle is primarily driven by a reliance on earned income exchanging time for money. While this is a necessary and realistic way to make a living, it doesn't allow for the creation of wealth. People in the middle class often focus on covering immediate expenses and indulging in short-term pleasures, rather than investing in long-term assets that generate income. As a result, they remain stuck in a state of financial survival, never truly able to break free and build wealth. What many fail to realize is that the key to escaping this cycle is shifting their focus from liabilities to assets. The middle class tends to invest in things that take money out of their pockets: cars, houses, or entertainment. On the other hand, the wealthy focus on acquiring assets that generate income: stocks, businesses, and real estate. By breaking the cycle of working just to pay bills, you open up the possibility of financial independence. It's about changing the mindset, understanding the power of passive income, and taking the first steps toward a life of freedom. When it comes to achieving financial freedom, many people think it's a one-time effort or a lucky break. However, true financial freedom operates in an infinite loop, one that involves a continuous cycle of investing, growing wealth, and reinvesting. Wealthy individuals understand that to grow their money, they need to put it into assets that will pay them consistently over time. Whether it's through stocks, rental properties, or a business, the money they make works for them. 47. This creates a cycle where the more they invest, the more they earn, and the more they can reinvest, perpetuating the loop. The beauty of this cycle is that it builds momentum. As you acquire more assets, your income grows, and with that income, you can acquire even more assets. It's not about how much money you make, but about how you make that money work for you. The key is to avoid the trap of spending all of your earnings, and instead, let your money grow and compound over time. Even when you sleep, your investments continue to generate income. This is the essence of earning money while you sleep. But here's the twist: financial freedom isn't about accumulating massive wealth just for the sake of it. It's about creating a lifestyle where money is no longer a stressor. It's about having the freedom to live life on your own terms without being shackled by financial worries. The loop of financial freedom is about constant growth, disciplined investing, and creating a life where your wealth works as hard as you do. This mindset shift is crucial in escaping the cycle of working endlessly without seeing the results of your labor. Many people fall into the trap of seeking a shortcut to wealth, hoping for a magic formula that will instantly solve their financial problems. This belief is often fueled by promises of quick riches, from get-rich-quick schemes or viral success stories. The problem with this mindset is that it undermines the fundamental principles of financial growth: patience, discipline, and strategic planning. There is no magical approach to becoming wealthy. Wealth is built over time through consistent effort and smart decisions. When you chase the idea of a magic formula, you set yourself up for disappointment, because true financial success is a journey, not an instant event. The magic formula myth also creates unrealistic expectations. People often think that they can bypass hard work and start making huge profits without investing the necessary time to learn and grow. This leads to frustration when things don't happen as quickly as they expected. Wealthy individuals didn't get where they are by following easy paths. They became successful by taking calculated risks, making mistakes, learning from them, and constantly adapting. If you want to be truly successful, you need to develop the mindset that results take time, and there is no substitute for real effort. Instead of focusing on quick fixes, it's better to adopt habits and strategies that build wealth over time. By investing in education, acquiring assets, and continually improving your financial literacy, you create a solid foundation for long-term success. Wealth doesn't happen overnight, and by shifting your focus from shortcuts to sustainable practices, you can start your own cycle of financial freedom. Remember, the real formula for success isn't magicalities, a combination of mindset, discipline, and consistent action. One of the most powerful investments you can make is in yourself, particularly through acquiring knowledge. Many people underestimate the value of investing in books, courses, and other educational resources. However, knowledge is the true asset that can propel you toward financial freedom. The more you learn, the more capable you become of identifying opportunities, making better decisions, and growing your wealth. It's not about how much money you have, but rather how much knowledge you possess and how effectively you apply it. The richest people in the world aren't necessarily those who have the most money, but those who have invested in developing their skills and understanding the principles of financial success. Investing in knowledge also allows you to stay ahead of the curve in a constantly changing world. Take Warren Buffett, for example. He's a billionaire not because he got lucky, but because he spent decades learning about investing, businesses, and economics. His success comes from his ability to adapt, learn from others, and continuously refine his strategies. You don't need to be born with innate wealth, you just need the commitment to learn and grow. Start by picking up books on personal finance, investing, and self-development. A single book like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki or The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley can change the way you view money and wealth forever. The beauty of investing in knowledge is that it pays dividends for a lifetime. Each piece of information you acquire builds on the last, compounding your understanding and expanding your ability to make smarter decisions. Whether it's learning about the stock market, entrepreneurship, or how to develop a millionaire mindset, every step you take toward improving your financial literacy brings you closer to financial freedom. Knowledge is not just power, it's the key to unlocking a future where you earn money while you sleep. And it's something no one can take away from you. Discipline is often overlooked when people talk about wealth and financial freedom, but it is perhaps the most crucial factor that separates the wealthy from everyone else. While many believe that getting rich is about making big, quick decisions or finding a shortcut, the truth is that wealth is built over time through consistent, disciplined actions. The millionaire mindset is all about setting long-term goals and sticking to them, regardless of how difficult the journey might be. It's about showing up every day and doing what's necessary, even when it doesn't seem exciting or glamorous. This consistent effort, over time, adds up to a fortune. Think about how habits like saving, investing, and staying informed compound over time. Millionaires don't get distracted by shiny objects or try to chase the latest trend. They stick to a disciplined plan. They allocate their money wisely, build income-generating assets, and continually educate themselves. The key is to be patient and persistent. Just as a farmer cultivates a field, you have to plant the seeds of discipline now, water them with hard work, and patiently wait for the harvest. The discipline to maintain good habits is also crucial in the face of challenges. When things get tough, many people give up, but disciplined individuals keep going, knowing that setbacks are just part of the process. It's not the million-dollar ideas or the initial capital that makes someone wealthy. It's the discipline to stay on course, adapt to change, and continue learning that creates real financial success. If you can master this discipline, you'll be on your way to achieving financial independence. After all, wealth doesn't come from big breakthroughs. It comes from daily, disciplined actions. Now that you understand the powerful strategies the rich use to build wealth while they sleep, it's time for you to take action. The key takeaway here is simple. It's not about how much you make, but how you manage what you earn. Begin by investing in assets, cultivating the right mindset, and making education a priority. Wealth is not an overnight process, but with persistence and discipline, you can build the foundation for a life of financial freedom. So, what's stopping you from starting today? Will you take the first step towards becoming financially independent? Or will you continue down the path of working just to pay bills? The choice is yours. Make it count. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss the latest strategies to create wealth and live life on your terms.